Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Barry Lynn with a quick stop by this fine day to say hello and to remind us all of the importance of self-care, of rest, self-love. It is an integral part of being a good custodian of your own health by taking time to just love on yourself, to just rest, and to just find what works for you in terms of self care. I actually do want to share a story of a middle aged woman who is married with children, has a really good career, and is an active member of her community. She does have a heart of gold and will go any length to find people the assistance they need, to the extent that she does not find time to take care of her own self. So she will do anything for her family, for her job, and for anybody in her community that reaches out to her for help. And people know that, and they will call for help even at odd times of the night, and she will do everything in her power to be there for everybody. Unfortunately, she felt unwell in the not so distant past. I'm talking of something in the past couple of years, and went to the hospital and was diagnosed with some chronic health conditions that had probably been festering for a while. But of course, because she didn't have time to take care of herself, she's just now realizing that she has actually been having these conditions brewing for a while. So she had several medical recommendations, and one of those was to just unplug, find time to rest and distress. But of course, everybody in the community did not know that, and even some of the people who knew it, kept going to her to help them. And of course, being the selfless person she is, she just continued exerting herself and doing everything, even out of her own convenience, to help other people. Unfortunately, she ended up with a massive stroke, and it is unclear at this point if she would ever have a full recovery. So I share this story with permission, and of course, uh, with no personal identifying information of that person unveiled. And the moral of this is, please find time to rest. You don't owe anybody an apology. You don't owe anybody an explanation of why you need to rest. It is important. We all need it. So take time to rest. And when I talk about rest, I don't only mean physical rest, like you want to go to sleep, you want to take naps, you want to just be there doing nothing. That is an important part of rest, but it is just one out of seven types of rest. We do need all seven types of rest. So besides the physical rest, we also need mental rest, when you just need to unplug. You need to just, that kind of rest where you don't want your brain to do any work. You just want to take like a quick fresh air break. You just want to think about nothing, no mental stress at all. That is mental rest. We can also have social rest. Sometimes you're involved in so many social activities that you are giving and giving and giving, and nothing seems to, at the end of it, you seem so tired, exhausted. No, you're engaged in activities, but those are not restful activities. Social rest, like engaging with your family, with your friends, with your circle of influence in some heartwarming chatter, it's very important. Just, those conversations that you have, and at the end of it, you feel so relaxed, so at peace. Like, you talk about everything and nothing at all. That is the kind of social rest we are talking about. And then sensory rest. Oh my God, especially in this day and age where We have sensory stimulations from electronic devices everywhere. There is music in the background, there is TV going on, the phone is going on, the phone is going off, and you are on your social media platforms, and it seems unending. We have to be intentional to unplug, get off social media. Don't answer the phone right away. You can respond to that text later on. It can wait. Please unplug, take time. Sensory stimulation, we seem to minimize it, but there comes a time when you're irritable, but you really don't know why you're irritable, and somebody speaks and you're like, oh no, can you just, yeah. That is because you have sensory overload. You need sensory rest. Get it, please. And we have spiritual rest is another very important one. Get in touch with your spirituality. For those who believe in prayers, like just praying, listening to some spiritual music, meditation, those are all very important aspects of spiritual rest that we all need one time or another. Please find time to get that spiritual rest. For me, it is just going to church and not even serving, just sitting there and feeling loved on by God and just doing nothing, coming out all refreshed. For me, that is spiritual rest. For you, it might look different. For other people, it's like ministering in songs or in whatever spiritual domain they thrive in. Hey, if that works for you, get in touch with your spirituality and be refreshed. And creative rest is another one. Oh, we need to take vacations. Yeah, we always like, oh, I can't afford a vacation. I can't do this. Honey, when you get sick, you'll be forced into a vacation that you cannot enjoy. Find time to take a break, take a vacation, and enjoy and just rest. So besides vacation, if you can't afford a vacation, you can't afford a walk, just to enjoy nature. If you are in an area, in a wooded area, why not go on a hike? You can go in a long walk, just enjoying nature, infrastructure, art. Just enjoy the environment. It doesn't have to cost you anything. Walking in your neighborhood, going to a school park and just walking in a school field, anywhere, anything, it is important for you to get that creative rest. We have also emotional rest. For people like the lady I earlier spoke about, she had so many people offload emotionally on her, but she did not offload those emotional burdens anywhere else. She took them all in, she internalized them. She was basically that person that everybody vented to. It is very important that we find ways of offloading emotionally, especially if you are in a place, in a position where people offload on you emotionally. You need to find a confidant. You need to find, if you find talk therapy useful, please, anything that you can do to offload. And sometimes people feel guilty taking that time and say, hey, I can't talk right now, or can we revisit this at another time, or I just need a break. You feel guilty. And some of the people that come to us with their problems, they get upset that we are not able, and they want an explanation, they demand an explanation. And even when you go the extra mile of giving them an explanation, they don't find that explanation worthy enough. Listen, I listened to K-Love, and there is a story, or the parable of the bottle of water, that Laurie always says that a bottle of water will cost 25 cents in one location, let's say the wholesale location. That same bottle of water will cost $1 in a convenience store. That same bottle of water will cost $2 in a restaurant, and in a very fancy restaurant, you might pay up to $4 for that same bottle of water. And if you go to the airport, guess what? You pay up to $7 for that same bottle of water. Nothing changed about that bottle of water. It's just its location. So if you find yourself in a situation where the people around you seem to always treat you like a 25 cents bottle of water, it's time to rethink changing location or changing your company. And make sure that you place yourself in places where you will be given the value that you deserve. You can be a 25-cent bottle of water, or you can be a $7 bottle of water. Don't let people guilt trip you into exerting yourself to the point of death. Again, self-love, self-care, it's part of healthcare. Find the time to rest physically, mentally, socially, sensory rest, spiritual rest, creative rest, and emotional rest. I hope you will pick one or two things from this story and find time to rest. Until next time, have a wonderful week, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye bye.